So tonight, marami po tayong pag-uusapan. Of course, we will start off with our two servant leaders then. They will do our presentation. They are very passionate. We have Ann Cubarubia, Pro 3 from Ohio. Say hi, Ann.
Hi, magandang umaga po.
And we have, of course, Rona, my dear friend and business partner too from New Jersey. Hi, Rona.
Magandang umaga po, lalo na sa mga nasa Pilipinas.
Okay, so next we have the honor and the pleasure of having our Elite Pro 8s, Greg Hayes and Kai Hayes, to give us an update, of course, of the Philippines. Ano ba yung ating mga updates sa Philippines? I actually was very excited last night to hear about it, and of course we will share it with you. One, first of all, is the update on our Philippine office, the main office in the Philippines. I think the presence of that makes our business really solid, the corporation in the Philippines. And also, of course, meron tayong updates on what products will be coming to the Philippines, right? Tapos, magkano siya, how much they are going to be sold in the Philippines. And I think the most important in doing the business is the compensation plan. So we have all those details tonight. So I'm so more than excited to share everything with you. So let's start with Rona and Ann. You ready?
All right, again, magandang umaga po sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Pilipinas. I hope nakapagkapin at nakapagpandesal na po kayo na masarap yung may palamang keso. My gosh, those are the things that I miss so much in the Philippines. And I am so excited. My goodness, we have 50 participants tonight. And well, hindi po kayo I'm so excited, Po natin dito, maraming salamat po sa saying yes to those who invited you to this amazing presentation. We will show you why we're so passionate to sharing this. We are so blessed. Also, I would like to acknowledge our Elite Pro 8 leaders here, one of the most respected here in this industry. I encourage you all to at least write down all your questions, and our Elite Pro 8, Kai Hayes and Greg Hayes will answer all your questions. Okay, to begin with, ako po si Ann Cubarubia, naninirahan po dito sa Youngstown, Ohio. We've been here in the US for about 20 years now. I am happily married for 30 years. I have two amazing children. Why I am so passionate of sharing this, why I got myself into doing this, is because my very good friend Kai shared this with me, and I am so amazed by the science behind it. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you my very good friend, beautiful lady from New Jersey, Rona.
Hi, Ann. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning po sa lahat na nasa Philippines. Thank you for coming and joining us tonight. Thank you for saying yes to the invitation. Excited kami kasi this is a new idea that we're bringing in. We know that everyone needs to know about this. Thank you for saying yes so we can get this information across to you. I am Rona Talusan. I'm a Pro 3, taga Hillsborough, New Jersey po. I am married for 24 years. I have 3 children. And everything that I do, lahat ng ginagawa ko para sa kanila as all parents, right? Ganito po, kaya ginagawa ko to. I have a full-time job. I'm an IT professional, as well as my husband is an IT professional. But I realized after taking this product, I enjoyed good health, as well as my family is enjoying good health now. And the business is good. That's why I know that I can show you tonight, even if you have a full-time job to pay for your bills, you can work part-time on this to build your fortune. And I believe in that so passionately. So yun yung aking plan B, and I'm hoping and I'm planning to make it a plan A for my retirement. So why work 40 years when we can work on this for 5 to 10 years and retire early? So yun ang ipapakita namin sa inyo ngayon. So let's start who we are. This is our company. Our company is LifeVantage, publicly traded in NASDAQ. That means very transparent kami. Everything we say can be validated. We just rang the closing bell sa New York Times Square last year, and that's very huge. We are open in 35 countries, as you can see, and we are science-based. We have leadership that has over 30 years of experience in network marketing industry. So today, malalaman natin why LifeVantage is positioned to be a billion-dollar company. and why this technology called NRF2 activation is about to disrupt and replace the existing market called supplementation. So ano ba ang NRF2 activation, Ann?
Okay, what is NRF2 activation? Dati po, we don't have an access on how can we take control of our own health. So ngayon, since LifeVantage has made this, we already have a way or an access to control our own health.
See what are the current market trends. Ano ba nangyayari ngayon sa mundo? Nakita niyo ba yung Facebook? Did you miss that gig economy? Yung Facebook, yung Microsoft, yung Apple. Sana nakasali na tayo, di ba? But we missed it already. Ngayon, itong mga companies na nakikita nyo dito, sila yung trendsetters. Yung Uber, ano nangyari dyan? Dinisrupt niya yung taxi business. Yung Airbnb, nasira na yung hotel business because of that. Now robotics is eliminating jobs. And everyone is trying to get healthier and wealthier by taking care of their own health. So, ngayon, kailangan nating malaman, because this is changing economy, right? We have to adapt. We have to learn to adapt para hindi tayo mapag-iwanan. So, we don't want to be in this state. Pag nakita niyo yung mga nasa ilalim, may sakit, nawawalan ng trabaho, going out of business, we don't want to be part of that. That's why we're here today to show you how you can be a part of this LifeVantage movement. So, paano ba nangyari itong movement na to, Ann? Paano ba ito nagsimula?
Okay, we started. But before that, let me tell you this, mga kababayan, meron po tayong may mga iba-ibang klaseng buhay po tayo, May mga taong they're very healthy, pero wala naman po tayong pera, wala po tayong time. Yung iba po, may time, may pera, pero wala naman po, declining ang health. Yung iba, may health, pero wala naman silang time. So, itong business na to na ipipresent namin sa inyo, itong presentation na ipipresent namin sa inyo is, I hope you keep an open mind, okay? So, how we get started? The products was sold since 2003 sa mga GNC, sa mga retails. And then, itong ABC Primetime Investigative Report, pumunta po sa LifeVantage and wanted to debunk the studies that ano ba itong nag-iingay na to na that can potentially increase lifespan by 7%. So from retail, in-reach na to sa direct sales in 2009. And like Rona said, we are publicly traded company on NASDAQ. So Rona, if you could play, we want your undivided attention and listen to this investigative.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. A kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh? It is. We're very excited. His latest research has very well unraveled the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Dr. Joe McCord has devoted his life's work to the study of free radicals, their role in aging, and the many problems associated with aging.
Our bodies are producing hundreds of millions of free radicals at any given time. And the notion that we're going to put out that fire or quench that number of free radicals with a single capsule of, for example, vitamin E or vitamin C, really, when you think about it, doesn't make much sense. Rather, the approach is to turn on the genes to make huge numbers of copies of antioxidant chemicals in our body, things like catalase and superoxide dismutase and glutathione.
Consumers spend billions every year on antioxidants in the form of food and supplements, hoping to reduce these free radicals. But antioxidants from these sources can only eliminate one free radical for every one antioxidant molecule you consume. Protandim is scientifically proven to slow cellular damage caused by free radicals. Taking one Protandim 1 time per day for 30 days turns on these anti-aging enzymes in your body. Your own enzymes eliminate free radicals at a rate of 1 million to 1.
We found, as many other scientists have documented, that there is a progressive increase in T-bars in your blood the older you get. When these same people took Protandim for 30 days, the age-dependent increase in lipid peroxidation was completely eliminated. After Protandim, we could no longer distinguish the 80-year-old from the 20-year-old.
Wow, nung napanood ko yun, I was all in. Talagang, sino pa ang gusto mong sumali ka sa pioneering discovery nito, di ba? It's a scientific breakthrough. So, as you have seen, the flagship product is called Protandim NRF2. It signals our cells to activate yung powerful enzymes that we used to have nung mga bata pa tayo. So, ang NRF2 pathway, open yon until we become 20, nagsasara na siya, and it becomes dormant when we age. Kaya natitigilan yung pag-produce ng powerful enzymes that combats the free radicals. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng oxidative stress. Now we have a way to protect ourselves because of our flagship product, Protandim NRF2. So, yan ang mga ingredients niya: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. And it has been proven by peer-reviewed studies to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. It supports the natural cellular repair and rejuvenation process. And in the recent study of National Institute on Aging, it increases the median lifespan of male median mice by 7%. Saan ka pa, di ba? So, ano ba ang oxidative stress, Anne?
Okay, ang oxidative stress po, you know, the most American dies with the 5 deadly diseases. Isa po yung cancer, heart diseases, diabetes, lung diseases, and mental disorders. Ano ba yung oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is not a disease, but it is leading to many chronic diseases. Ito po yung ating cells binobombard ng mga free radicals. So kapag ka po yung ating cells binombard, nangihina, nagkakasakit, and that leads to chronic diseases. Rona?
So makikita nyo, research nyo sa National Library of Medicine sa pubmed.gov, you can validate whatever we're sharing here na may over 200,000 peer-reviewed studies on oxidative stress, and kahit anong i-research nyo na sakit from neurological to joints and skin related to oxidative stress. So obviously, we all want to be healthy. We want to be proactive instead of being reactive. Kung kailan tayo may sakit, saka tayo magagamot, di ba? So everyone wants to be healthy.
Okay, ang Protandim po is not an antioxidant, nor a vitamin, nor a drug. Thank God we're not a drug. Ang Protandim po is an NRF2 activator. We have 9 patents until 2031, and then we have 31 published medical peer-reviewed studies on PubMed. So ito po yung gustong-gusto ko, no, yung top 3. Na ang Protandim, it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and it works 100% in all living mammals. So ito po, it increases our glutathione naturally, no, hindi synthetics, but naturally by 300%. And ito, it increases lifespan by 7%. Hindi po yan galing kay Rona, hindi po yan galing kay Ann. Ito po ay gawa at pinag-aralan at sinuri mabuti ng National Institute of Aging. LifeVantage is a product that other people are paying and conduct the studies, pero like yung University of Kentucky, Harvard University, and American Heart Association, Ohio State University, sila po ay nag-conduct ng studies about the NRF2. Wala pong, ito po ay lahat ng studies ay self-funded. Wala pong kaugnayan ng LifeVantage yan. Sila po ay kusang nag-studies o nag-research about the NRF2.
So hindi kami tumigil sa NRF2, right? Investigate pa kung anong pathways to address the theories of aging. At isa na dito yung NRF1. So ano ba yung NRF1? Synergizer naman na product. Ini-increase naman ito yung cellular health kasi nabibigay siya, boost niya yung mitochondrial production. Tapos, pag binoost niya yon, nag-i-increase ang cellular energy, which is called ATP. So, together, powerful talaga siya, di ba? Nire-reduce ng oxidative stress yung NRF2 synergizer. Ini-increase naman ang cellular energy ng NRF1 synergizer. So, it's really powerful yung dual synergizer ng Protandim.
Ang LifeVantage has also discovered True Science Beauty Serum. So hindi lang po pang loob, kundi pang labas. Inside and out nga po ang approach nito, no? So meron po tayong True Science which are also activated by NRF2, and then it provide protections against environmental on skin for beautiful look. Kasi syempre, we only don't want to feel good but to look good as well. So ito po kinonsider po ng dahil since ang skin is the biggest and the largest organ of our body, nag-produce din po ang LifeVantage ng True Science.
So ngayon, let's put on our business hat. Pag-usapan naman natin ng business. Ano ba tong network marketing business na to? Sa akin, bago rin to nung sumali ako. Kasi programmer po ako eh. So ano ba ang network marketing? It is actually the second highest payroll sa next to pro athlete. Tapos, nalaman ko na network marketing has created more independent millionaires than any other corporate business structures for the last 30 years. And would you know that it is positioned to become the business of the 21st century? So when you are in the network marketing industry, pwede kayong magkaroon kayo ng asset for your retirement asset. You can build it from 2 to 5 years instead of working 50 to 60 years of your regular job. That's why I'm doing this. So before you make any assumptions on this powerful business model, let's listen to history, no? Ito yung tatlong grandparents ng network marketing industry. Yung Amway, yung Avon, and Herbalife. Pero pag nakita nyo dyan, gaano karami ng country sila nandun? Pero hanggang ngayon, nagre-rake pa rin sila ng billions of dollars. Sila talaga yung grandparents. So, pag tinignan nyo yung numbers, saturated na yung market sa kanila. Now, where are we? LifeVantage is still 100,000 distributors over 35 countries. So, nasa pioneering stage pa rin po tayo. This is the best time to join. So, pag-usapan natin ng timing. Timing is everything in business. But pioneering is a very challenging invitation po. Ito ay para sa mga individuals who are willing to put in your efforts on a consistent basis in a long period of time while you're building a team of people. So, let's learn the 4 parts of timing. So, ito po ang mga una, yung 2.5%. Yan ang mga innovators, yan ang hinahanap natin. Yan yung mga key individuals, visionaries, self-starters. They're not waiting for anyone. They want to be the first. Yung mga second po, yung mga early adopters. They will take charge and lead if we provide them a valuable information. So hungry for success yung mga taong yan, and they know how to lead a team of people. Basta alam nila yung sistema, no? Third are the early majorities. They will run fast when they know what's worth and excellent mentorship is provided. So ito, pagdating ng momentum, this is a very important phase, no? Pag dumating sa momentum ang company, mag-grow ng tenfold ang business mo, you cannot do anything about it kasi talagang magmo-momentum na, no? Parang itong S-curve, nakikita nyo yan? Yan ang lahat ng dinadaanan ng lahat ng business. So, pag dumating dito at naging stable na, that's a too late stage. You don't wanna be there. So, is it worth it? Of course. Diba? Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, pag meron kang opportunity na nakita mo, nakaharap ka sa isang company that gives you an opportunity to be part of a momentum phase, eliminate na lahat ng obstacles and run with it. You don't want to wait for 20, 40 years of your life to be in front of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity again, right?
So, who's behind LifeVantage? We have JP Morgan, we have Wells Fargo, Vanguard, and BlackRock. Who cannot know BlackRock, di ba? So, you know where LifeVantage is going.
So, ito po ang income statement namin, no? So, we have different compensation plan which we will discuss later kasi sabi nga ni Kai, meron siyang updates for the Philippine income compensation plan. Pero, papakita ko lang sa inyo kung ano ang income earning statement ngayon ng mga distributors. These are actual income earned by distributors of LifeVantage kasi we are transparent, you can verify this, no? So pag nakita niyo yung Pro 3, ang average is earning over $600 a month. Malaking bagay yun, di ba? Luxury car or pandagdag sa tuition, right? Yung Premier Pro 5 is over almost $3,000 a month. Passive income po to. Hindi to yung, kumbaga parang kumikita ng interest sa bangko yung pera nyo na binibigyan kayo ng almost $3,000 a month. That's a lot of money to add to your annual income as a family, right? And when you hit the elite rank, Pro 7, that's life-changing. $12,000 a month. It can replace a big income. Sa totoo lang. You can potentially quit your traditional job at this point and you can continue to grow your business and build your assets from 2 to 5 years. So how do we join?
Okay, you can be preferred customer. Just order monthly subscription products for a wholesale rate, and then there's no membership cost, free delivery. Well, this is in the US, no? So like I said, i-discuss pa ng ating Elite Pro 8 about that. Or you can jump in and establish a global home business. I don't know about the how much would it be. Again, i-discuss ng ating Elite Pro 8 na si Kai Hayes yan. So, I would just like to summarize it, ano? Ang market trend, okay, sabi nila the perfect storm is this. You have a market trend. Everyone needs this for life. I will take it for life. Everyone needs this for life. Publicly traded company, our ticker ID on NASDAQ is LFBN, and we are positioned to become a billion-dollar company. So who does not want to be on this, okay, to pioneer this business? So product, we have NRF2. We have no competition and it is highly consumable. Timing, like I said, be the first, pioneering. So compensation, we have Kai Hayes will discuss that. And the system, we have met the FDA standards, and we have the proven plan system to follow. So at LifeVantage, be moved, be found, be changed, and let's make the world a better
A
place.
better place.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at sana po nag-take notes kayo kung may mga questions kayo. But first, we'll go to Kai, right? If you wanna do some
Yes,
update.
Rona and Anne. Yes, thank you so much for your presentation. You know what? Hearing all this again makes me want to sign up. Pero ito nga, you know, my ultimate question to all of you, especially sa Philippines, is, have you ever been a pioneer in any business? No? And this is not just any business. This is going to be a billion-dollar business. So with that too, so with LifeVantage, we answer 3 aspects in your life. Your health, which I myself have experienced, no? And 2, your financial independence, you know, financial retirement, financial security, I would say. And number 3 is your time freedom. So with that, I'd like to present, of course, our Elite Pro 8s. No, I'd like to say a little bit about them. Actually, Kai and Greg, they're one of the top and well-respected leaders in LifeVantage. She's the only Filipina to reach the rank of Pro 8. No, not only Filipina, but Filipino. She is an inspirational and motivational speaker, speaking to thousands of people on stage. Oh my God, she has touched so many lives. And she was featured twice in businessforhome.org magazine, Feel American New York magazine. She was featured so many times in personal development series. You know, this is hosted by our CEO, Darren Jensen. And she was featured also for Thriving for Women International Talk Show. She's, of course, a global entrepreneur, no? And we all know that she was able to retire Greg. You know, Greg was making 6-figure income, and, you know, they do this together now. She's, of course, also an author of Line at Heart. It's a leadership, personal and spiritual book that has inspired thousands of people. And of course, they are my mentor and my dear friends. Kai and Greg Hayes are Elite Pro 8. Kai and Greg?
Wow. I am humbled by your very, very kind introduction, Beth. It's been years since we have been working together, and I could never be proud because I know that I am mentoring one of the most respected leader in LifeVantage as well. And I know you are soon going to be my Pro 5. I know once Philippines open up, I know how you have been working with the Philippines, and you've got a Pro 7 business team already waiting for you in the Philippines. God's willing, wala nang mga obstacles. Alam mo, this is the 3rd time. So, you know, 3 is a charm, diba? First time, second time, they broke our hearts, but this time, this is for real. So, Beth, I'm so proud of you for your growth, for your commitment, for your leadership, and for your integrity. All of my leaders. And my goodness, Beth, did you just see our 2 future elites? Rona Talusan from New Jersey and Ann Covarrubia. Naka-ano pa yan, naka-t-shirt ng Philippine t-shirt at saka may flag pa, oh, talagang patriotic, hindi ba? So
Right.
I'm so proud of them dahil talagang, you know, they really rocked it tonight. At maraming mga Tagalog words, ha? Talagang I'm really proud of you guys. So keep up the good work and let's go rock this Philippine territory. At gusto kong i-recognize ang ating sales director, Mercia Riego, guys. Napakaswerte natin because not only that, Mercia is she's from University of the Philippines, graduate of UP. Goodness. So alam na natin talagang brainy ito. And that's the reason why we're so fortunate to have her. And hindi lang yon, she's well experienced. She has been in network marketing companies, and she picked LifeVantage because definitely, why not, diba? She's now representing one of the real network marketing company that has the culture unmatched. So welcome, Mercia. We are honored to have you here. And if you want to stay put, maybe mamaya you can answer some of their questions. But I'm here basically blessing of Pam. Nag-usap kami kahapon. Pamela Perry is our Vice President of the Philippines. And so excited to see her yesterday giving us updates. And so what am I doing right now? I'm just giving you some updates as well, passing on what I have learned yesterday from Mercia and Pamela. So let's give you guys some excitement. Let's give you some information. and binigyan na ako ng blessing ni Pamela. It's gonna be safe right now. Tentatively, it's still, you know, yung pricing, ng Philippine pricing natin sa mga products natin. What are the products that we are trying to get the license from FDA? Nakahain na po. And we're just waiting for the approval, of course. Pero meron po tayong mga presyo, and it's safe. It's safe to tell you about it already. So thank you, Mercy. I was just reading your notes. Anyway, let me pull up some slides for the meantime bago ko ipakita yung mga updates, no? Ito yung dati nating sa first meeting natin na ano ko na po ito, na-tackle ko na, pero sinikreto ko sa inyo yung presyo until I have the approval of our Vice President Philippines, Pamela Ferry. Of course, eto na po, this is the beautiful Philippines, okay? I miss the Philippines because it's been 3 years. You know, this is the 3rd year that I have not been there. Actually, every year I go back in the Philippines. Why not, diba? Napakasarap ng luto natin, napakasarap. The food is outrageously, really delicious. Anyway, eto na po. This is what our office, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, our office, okay, is 420 square meters. How cool is that? That's groovy, right? Huge, massively huge. And we are situated at the NEX Tower. Well, saan? Nasa prestigious place tayo. Nasa Ayala Avenue, right? Sa heart ng Makati. Kung gusto niyo ng analogy, that's kind of like in New York City, in Manhattan. Okay? Papasiklab lang po tayo, no? This is how huge it is. Pero ngayon po, may mga partitions na po yan. We will show you some of the, you know, updated and progress sa ating office, no? That was given to us by Mercia. And eto na po. Take note, take note. Take a picture, take a picture. Okay, this will be our products. Okay? ProTandem NRF2 would be our flagship product. Of course, dati na yan nandiyan sa Philippines. Sikat na yan. So, we're gonna bring that to you. Okay? NRF1, wow, 1-2 punch. And actually, pinapa-approve na rin po natin yung NAD, pero wala pa, hindi pa natin alam kung masasali. Pero we are hoping that NAD will also be, you know, approved so that we can really promote the Tri-Synergizer. Okay? And then, andito po yung mga presyo na yan. Meron po tayong True Science. Dati na po nating i-promote ito sa Philippines. Itong True Science skincare system. So meron tayong facial cleanser, meron tayong perfecting lotion, meron tayong eye serum, and anti-aging cream. Nako, I cannot live without that anti-aging cream because that is a miracle cream. Okay, and then we also have the price for the beauty system, meaning to say yung apat pong yon combined together para makamura po kayo. Package deal, kumbaga. So meron tayong dinagdag po yung hand lotion or hand cream. Nako, yung hand cream pong ito, nakakatanggal po ng mga kalyo-kalyo sa kamay, sa mga paa, you know, so it's really good. At saka napakabango po nito. Okay? Tapos meron tayong tinatawag na digital starter kit. Na pag ready na po tayo, mag-align ng mga ating mga distributor at ating mga generals dyan, then of course 1,200 po ito, digital starter kit, para magkaroon po kayo ng authorization na to have a business, to run a business. Okay, I'll explain that to you later on. And then meron tayong silver enrollment pack, gold enrollment pack, at platinum enrollment pack. Hindi po natin alam kung may mga changes sa mga packs, ano? Pero sa ngayon, 3 pong packs ang pagpipilian. Pero hindi natin alam kung magbabago po itong mga packs, kung magiging 2 packs na lang pagpipilian or whatever. But, you know, okay, let me go through one of each, okay? So, 40 PV po itong ProTandem, ano? 40 PV. Lahat po ng ProTandem, 40 PV. Tapos, ang subscription pong price nito is 2,600. With VAT na po yan. Okay, pero yung mga nagre-retail lang, 3,250 po. Bakit kayo magbabayad ng 3,250 kung 2,600 pwede niyong kukunin ng subscription? Automatic shipment po. Dahil if you're going to take this, why take it one time, right? Take it for life. And save money, right? Save money. Pero kailangan po religious kayo, no? Every month po kailangan dagdagan niyo yung GCash ninyo or whatever debit card ninyo. I know in the Philippines medyo talagang we are using cash, no? Yung cash, tipong talagang cash na cash. Tapos meron din tayong tinatawag na GCash. Sikat na sikat yan from Globe. And then meron din tayong mga debit card or credit card na kailangan meron tayong mga Mastercard, Visa card, Amex, mga ganyan. Tapos ito pong dual synergizer, pag 70 po ang ano niyan, ang points, no? PV, personal volume, pero mas mura po. 4,500. So it's up to you, your choice. Kung ako sa inyo, magte-take na rin lang ako ng NRF2, magte-take na rin ako ng NRF1. And I will explain to you later po, next na tayo magdi-dig deep into the mga benefits ng mga products na ito. Yun naman po natin next ano na po ito, next month. Yun naman po tayo para malaman po ninyo kung ano talaga yung NRF1, ano yung mga facial cleanser, perfecting lotion, yung mga benefits at saka yung talagang mga ingredients nila. So para unti-unti po nating natututunan, parang training na rin po, no? And then anti-aging beauty, True Science Beauty System, ayan po, 7,300. Makaka-menos po kayo sa gastos kung talagang system ang kukunin nyo. Pero you don't have to do this every month, ano? Kasi yung perfecting lotion at saka yung eye serum, you can use that for minsan tumatagal yan sa akin ng mga 2 months or 3 months kasi konti lang naman lalagay mo, it's really effective. Pero yung anti-aging cream, wala. Mga 2 weeks lang yan sa akin. Talagang pinapaligo ko po yung anti-aging cream na yan kasi napakaganda po yan talaga. Maa-addict kayo dyan. Oh my God. Inside and outside approach, bingo. Welcome to your health and wellness, slowing down your aging process. So, silver pack sa ngayon po is, ang ano po niyan is 15,100. Pero take note po, ito yung asterisk. Pricing may be adjusted closer to launch date. So don't shoot me kung merong changes na mangyayari, no? Kaya nga po ito is pre-launching, din mga information, pre-launch information. So don't quote us on this. Kaya nakalagay din po dito yung ating disclaimer, pricing may be adjusted closer to launch date. Depende po yan sa FDA kung merong mga changes at saka sa ating government, 'di ba? So gold pack, gold enrollment pack, dalawa po. Buti pa kayo, may dalawa kayong gold enrollment pack selection. Pero pareho lang po, 30,200 bawat isa. Pero ang kagandahan niyan, makakapamili kayo kung, gusto ko lang all pro tandem, family of pro tandem, ganyan. O yun naman yung isa namang packs is, gusto ko combination ng lahat. I want to use all the products, I want to try all the products, and then later I will decide kung alin ang gusto ko. Okay? So platinum enrollment pack, ganun po, 60,300. Pero mas malaki po ang points nito. Kasi ang silver pack po is 250 points, ang gold pack is 500 points, ang platinum pack is 1,000 points. So, 60,300 po, napakamura po ito. Kasi meron po kayong savings dito. The higher the packs na kukunin nyo, ang platinum enrollment packs po, bali mga 35% po ang savings ninyo. Kasi makakakuha po kayo ng additional products. Kumbaga, halimbawa, for example, worth 80,000, 90,000, pero binabayaran nyo lang po ng 60,000 kasi meron pong extra products po na dinadagdag. Okay? Ganun din po sa gold pack. I think you're going to get like about 30% discount. Tapos yung silver enrollment pack po, mga discounted na po ito, mga 25, mag-enjoy po kayo ng 25% discount. So yan na po, discounted rate na po yan. So yung non-subscription po, like I said, NRF2, 3,200, same thing with NRF1. Yung dual po, 5,625. Okay, kung wala naman kayong talagang balak na mag-subscribe, na gusto nyo lang mag-try, sige, mag-try po kayo. Pero I guarantee you guys na magugustuhan nyo po ito. Talagang, syempre naman, di ba? Pagka ang produkto is really talagang nakikita nyo yung resulta, people are really going to continue using that. In my case po, out of my siguro 17,000, 18,000 people in my organization, 80% po are customers, users on subscriptions. 20% po yung aking distributor business partners. Kaya kahit po mag-quit yung mga distributors ko, the heck, wala akong pakialam, you know, it's okay, pero magiging ano pa rin ho yun, mga consumers, because ho, yung product po ang importante. We are in the business of subscription. So dyan po tayo nabubuhay. Napakatoy, it offers predictable success. I've never done network marketing before, pero na-inlove po ako sa business platform, sa business concept. Kaya yung mga distributors po na iba sa ibang network marketing, mahirap kasi di ba yung produkto talagang mahirap. Ito po talagang wala tayong competition. At saka bago po itong technology ang ini-introduce natin, okay? So, be at peace, we are in a good shape, okay? So, imagine tayo magpa-pioneer nito. Tayo ang magpa-pioneer nito sa Philippines. So, I'm really, really excited. So, next, I am going to share with you, ito ng update natin. These are the updates that we had yesterday with Mercia and Pamela Ferry, who is our Vice President of the Philippines, and Mercia Riego is our Sales Director. Okay? Ito na po yung ating pag-uusapan ngayon, yung agenda. There are 4 things that we're going to talk about. Number 1 is our vision. Ano ba talaga ang vision natin sa pananaw natin sa Pilipinas? Okay? So we're gonna identify that. And then second, wow, compensation plan. I'm really jealous right now, to tell you honestly, because when I saw the compensation plan in the Philippines, I was so jealous because ang ganda-ganda ng compensation plan ninyo. Bakit kaya ganon? Anyway, so third is understanding the Philippine market. And of course, because if you're really building a territory, a new territory like Philippines and other countries, of course, you have to understand the market, hindi ba? Because better understanding of the market, magiging magandang approach ninyo. Makakapag-prepare kayo, hindi ba? Sa mga unforeseen circumstances, right? So we're just gonna prepare you for that. Number 4 is, magkakaroon lang na tayo ng summary and action items, okay? So let's begin. Beth?
Our vision for the Philippines. So LifeVantage will act as a vehicle to change people's lives in the Philippines. We will strive to bring better health through our unparalleled products and create a source of income for our distributors. With our commitment to make the Philippines one of our biggest markets in LifeVantage, let's create beautiful stories with the Filipino families together. Totoo to, Kai. Talagang we all have our own personal stories. Very powerful talaga.
Napakaganda. Thank you, Beth. So, okay, tingnan natin yung next slide. Ang purpose of the Philippines launch crew. Of course, kailangan natin ng mga crews in the Philippines, hindi ba? Kasi yun ang magsusupport sa atin. So, the best source of the latest and accurate information regarding the launch of the Philippines market. And then help prepare the field for the biggest market launch of the history of LifeVantage. I can agree to this. Develop the solid goals and strategies to realize that they are in alignment with the corporate plans to maximize the ground floor opportunity for great mutual success. Katulad na nga niyan, si Mercia Riego is there. And hindi lang po siya. Magkakaroon pa po tayo ng mga other crews sa Philippines office natin. Mercia is just really kicking it off. Pero magkakaroon po siya ng mga salespeople or mga office managers. I don't know if she's the office manager. Maaano po natin mamaya sa kanya yung kanyang sa mga explanation sa atin. Pero magkakaroon po siya ng mga assistants, sa mga dyan sa lobby, mga receptionists and everything, mga, I don't know kung ano, pero magkakaroon po tayo ng mga crew dyan sa Philippines na magsusuporta sa inyo at hindi kayo pababayaan. Okay?
Next, our ground rules. Be kind and courteous. We are all in this together to create a welcoming environment. Let's treat everyone with respect. Healthy debates are natural, but kindness is required. Expect things to change. From the timeline to small details to any part of the plan can change due to the factors that are out of anyone's control. Be flexible and set the expectations accordingly. The group is for the existing LV distributors only. Do's. All information to be shared to the team should be within your exclusive groups. Announcements and readily available shareable information will be announced by Corp team on Philippines Crew WhatsApp group. Members of the group can share with respective teams after. All announcements made outside the crew call could be considered unofficial. So don'ts. Make announcements before the official announcements from the corporate team. We are very compliant with that, Kai. Takot tayo. All information shared to leaders are confidential and not to be posted publicly.
Absolutely, Beth. I just wanted to expound on this, Beth. Ang ibig sabihin is we have to be compliant, okay? Anything outside compliance is hindi natin po masusuportahan yan. And for me, we just have to do the right thing and we just have to represent LifeVantage with full integrity. Kasi hindi po natin pwedeng i-risk ang LifeVantage, We are a publicly traded company. Anything that we say, do, and hear, kailangan po we have to be very careful kasi kailangan po natin protektahan ang sarili nating kumpanya at kailangan din talaga tayong magrespetuhan. Yes, and I like this because you know what? We have to tell the truth, we have to know the truth, and we have to really just follow the truth. Okay? Wala po tayong hindi pwedeng gumawa ng mga milagro sa buhay dahil si God lang po ang nagmimilagro. Hindi po tayo pwedeng maggawa ng milagro. Okay? So, tentative Philippine Sales Compensation Plan. Tentative po ito. So, aanuhin pa po natin to, mamasahiin natin. Pero, kumbaga, this is really important for us to know about it, no? Hindi natin iaano ito detalyado, no? Kasi we are just going to give you a high-level overview. Hindi na natin i-discuss yung mga nitty-gritty part kasi we will just share our training accordingly by group na lang po, ha? By group. Pero alam ko yung mga nandito ngayon, I'm excited because most of you guys are ready to rock and roll. Okay, Beth?
Objectives of Philippine Sales Compensation Plan. Number 1 is to optimize the power of multi-level networks. Number 2, realize long-term stable residual income streams. Number 3 is to provide opportunities for people from all walks of life.
Okay. So, eto nga po yung napakasarap compensation plan ninyo, no? Smart Start Bonus. 5 ways po ang ating compensation plan. So ngayon, you are an employee, di ba? So how many ways kayong sinusweldohan? Isa lang po, di ba? Every 15th or every 30th of the month? 2 beses po, pero isang way lang kayong sinusweldohan, hindi ba? Yung mga nasa sales siguro, I don't know, I've been in sales before sa Philippines and I get commissions, all right, but if you get commissions, wala naman ding salary, di ba? Kumbaga, kung may salary lang, pang coffee money mo lang yun o pang pamasahe mo lang. So, it's really difficult. But in network marketing, that's the reason why I fell in love with it. Nung nakita ko na 5 ways, sabi ko, really? 5 ways to get paid? Tapos nagkaroon pa ng royalty income and all of other aspects there. So, ano ko lang po, hindi po detalyado ang pag-explain ko, pero just write this down, pero magkakaroon din po tayo ng comprehensive compensation plan sa next meeting natin po. Okay? Una, products, tapos compensation plan naman. Para sa susunod na, siguro magkakaroon ng magandang balita si Mercia Riego. She will be giving us some great news somehow out there in the following weeks or months. Magbe-break, na siya. She will break the ice and she will break the news na pwede na tayong mag-enroll. Pero maganda po ito na we are really tackling this right now. So, Smart Start Bonus, yan po yung upfront bonus. Pinaka first po. So, you will receive 25% on the product sold to new personally enrolled customers or distributors. Every time po na mag-enroll kayo, customer yan or distributors, meron po kayong 25% na makukuha. So, ang enroller po, like for example, nag-enroll po ako, in-enroll ko si Mercia, makakakuha po ako ng 20% personally enrolled customer or distributor, no? Tapos, pagka nag-earn po ako let's say ako nag-enroll, I had 500 PV, newly signed up of the month. Kumbaga, meron akong new volume sa isang buwan. Well, bibigyan pa ako ng LifeVantage ng additional extra 5%. Okay? Tapos yung second level enroller, third level enroller, fourth level enroller, for example, si Beth ang nag-enroll naman sa akin, pero si Beth ang tumutulong sa akin every time siya yung nagto-third party validation sa grupo ko, well, bibigyan din po siya ng LifeVantage ng 5%. So, masaya po. This encourages actually to work as a group. Tapos yung mga enroller, yung mga enrollee, or enroller ng enrollee, mag-volunteer tayo, we are going to be there for them because why? We're all happy. LifeVantage is all going to compensate us. Okay? That's really cool.
Right.
And then launch bonus po. Ito po ang second upfront bonus. But I'm gonna call Greg to basically discuss this dahil mas maganda po na si Greg ang mag-discuss nito. Actually, my husband Greg is the one that's happy po kami lagi. I discuss about the products and everything, but he discusses the compensation plan. So take it away, Greg.
So thank you. This hasn't really changed much. This is really kind of exciting. A little bit about the compensation percentage is slightly changed. But if you go to the next slide, Kai. So here's an example of how this works. It's pretty simple. So again, just like what they have right now, the company has right now, in order to participate in this launch bonus, you need to be at least a distributor at Pro 3 or above. So the way it works, if you look to the right, here's an example that they have right now. That let's say that I'm the Pro 1 and I enrolled Kai in a platinum pack. So the person that enrolled me, let's say it's Beth, happens to be a Pro 7. So the first level you look at is you have to ask, is she at least a Pro 3 or above? She is. So she gets 5% of the cost. Then going up to level 2, the person that enrolled Beth, let's say it was Rana, she's only a Pro 3, okay? And in order to earn the second level, you got to be Pro 4 and above. So she does not qualify. Let's say Anna enrolled Rona and she's not at least a Pro 4. And let's say that Fred enrolled Anna and Fred happens to be a Pro 8. So you can see at level 2 that Pro 8 qualifies because it's Pro 4 and above. So he would get the next thing, which would be 4%. And then it continues up. Let's say that Sam enrolled Fred. Sam's a Pro 5. And again, at level 3, you had to be at least a Pro 5, and he is. And it continue up that way, all 6 levels. So you have to be, as it says, depending on what level you are, whether or not you qualified from the enrollment standpoint. So it's really nice to see that it can go up to at least 6 levels. So the nice thing is people, like in our organization, you know, being Pro 8, we have a lot of people, and it's nice to see that it's not like just the person that's enrolling that's going to get some money. It's also the people that enrolled them, that enrolled them, that enrolled them. So as you can see, you know, the more you build your business and the more that you're working, the more you have the opportunity to earn with LifeVantage and these bonuses.
Thank you, Greg. And I think I'm going to ask you, napaka-generous talaga ng LifeVantage. That's the reason why other network marketing companies, mga VIP red carpets, are really frolicking in our company. And ang mga testimonies nila sa akin, like, oh my God, Kai, it's really feasible to win the incentive in LifeVantage because you guys are so generous. And the bonuses and the commission structure is like really attainable. Kasi dun sa kanilang previous network marketing company, sabi na ang hirap-hirap manalo sa incentive, ang hirap-hirap mag-rank advance. Dito, kino-concentrate namin sa mga Pro 3, Pro 4, Pro 5, yung mga middle ranks, we are compensating them higher than the higher ranks. Why? Because we love to help people and we want them to stay with LifeVantage. That's why we are really putting all the attention and the funds, you know, the incentives in the middle ranks because we want them to be successful. Greg, I might ask you for another slide, like if you can
Sure.
actually go on and continue.
Yeah, here's a unilevel bonus, the commission that they have. That goes out to everybody. And again, it depends on what level you are and what you're bringing in. So the nice thing about this bonus is that, you know, you can start earning from this bonus as a brand new distributor. And then as you rank advance in your business from a distributor up to Pro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and onward, you can see that LifeVantage is going to compensate you. And the nice thing is, as you build your business, the more you can see as you're enrolling people. So let's say I enrolled Kai and I put her, you know, underneath me, of course, and first, maybe she's the first person I have, she would be at level 1. And in doing that, I would earn 2%. Now, let's say Kai goes and she becomes a distributor and she brings in somebody like, say, like Beth. Well, you know, that would be at level 1 potentially for Kai. But for me, if Beth is underneath Kai, you know, that's a potential 5%. And let's say I went and enrolled somebody and I say, wow, I have Kai underneath me and I have Beth underneath me. I'm going to take that person, Sam, and I'm going to put him at under Beth, which would be level 3. And I can earn up to 9%. So again, it depends on where you qualify in your rank to see how far down you go. And by the time you hit elite, you can see there are 9 levels, 9 that you could earn money from, which is pretty exciting. Now, the only difference, which is a good thing, is that corporate has decided Pro 4 and Pro 5. If you see what's circled up there, you see how the minimum monthly PV has to be. Up through 5, you only need 100 in personal volume. In the US and others, it's by the time you hit Pro 4, you're expected to have at least 200 PV. So again, this is a new territory that LifeVantage is getting into. And so they've looked at everything and they decided to start to get going, and it may stay this way. That's really the only change that they have for the Philippines.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg. And in addition to that, you guys, in terms of dollars, ano po, the minimum monthly organizational volume, pag Pro 1 po, it is required to have 1,000 PD, which is points, 1,000 points. And then Pro 2, 2,500 points. Pro 3, 5,000 points. Pro 4, 10,000 points. Pro 5, 20,000 points. At nakikita nyo 9 levels deep, hindi lang po yan 9 levels deep, no? This is dynamically compressed. So, kaya even though yung mga 17th level, 18th level, you can still be able to get paid, you know, reasonably. And kaya nga po nakalagay dito, you can maximize up to the 9th level. If you become an elite, you are not leaving money on the table. You will get all those first, second, third, fourth level percentages of commission. So, get as fast, get to the elite as fast as you can, ano? And then talagang makuha nyo, ma-maximize nyo yung talagang earning. Of course, this is freedom, you know, freedom from all our financial burden. So thank you. Thank you, Greg. Now, let's do another thing, you know, generational matching bonus. My goodness, you know, how would you like LifeVantage to pay you like in up to 5th generation? You know what I mean? I'm going to give you an example right now. I sign up Greg, that's my 1st generation. You know, if I help Greg to become a leader, to become a Pro 7, because he's my 1st generation, guess what? LifeVantage is going to match his Pro 7 income, and LifeVantage is going to give me 10% of his earnings, because LifeVantage is rewarding me for creating a leader. So it's always good for you guys to focus and create leaders. So in order for you to focus and create leaders, you've got to be a leader first, right? So aspire to be a leader and serve people so that you can become a leader and create leaders on your own team as well. So Greg kind of like enrolled Beth, my 2nd generation. But if I help Greg and Beth become a leader, let's say to become a Pro 5, guess what? I'm going to get 5% of a Pro 5 business of Beth. Now I'm not taking that away from Beth's income, but LifeVantage is going to match her income, royalty income, and give me 5%. Generation, 4th generation, 5th generation, I don't even know these people, guys, but every time I get that chi-ching, every time, 5%, 5%, 5%. And number 1, Greg is not only my 1st generation, right? I will be enrolling a lot of 1st generation. So if you find 5 rock stars in your 1st generation, hallelujah, you're going to get 10% of each of them. And then if down along the line, you're going to, you know, recruit like some leaders that will be emanating from all those 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th generations, you know, and that happens most of the time. You don't necessarily find your rock stars from your 1st generation. Normally, nandun sila sa 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th generations, right? Ako nga, nandun pa nga sa talagang even, layo na. Pero you're gonna get rewarded. Can you imagine that? This is the 4th type of bonus, okay? And the last but not the least is, how would you like to participate in the 4% of the global revenue sharing? Gross po ito, hindi po ito neto. Okay? Buckle up. If you become a Pro 7, you're going to participate 1% with the 8s, 9s, and 10s. You become a Pro 8 like us, you will participate, and you maintain that rank, by the way, you will participate 2% of the shares with the 8s, 9s, and 10s. You become a Pro 9, you're still going to get another chunk. So 3% na ang makukuha mo. Okay, sharing it with the 10s, Pro 10s. And then if you become a Pro 10, all the 4%, you're going to participate that. Mind you guys, if we become a $1 billion company, do you think this is going to be a big chunk? Wow. And your company, the corporate world is no longer giving this to us, right? And by the way, pag Pro 7 ka, you're going to be winning that cool Jeep, all paid for. Nasa iyo na yung titulo, nasa iyo ang key. And if you don't want the Jeep, like I did, kasi napakalaki po ng Jeep eh, hindi po ako makaakyat, kailangan ko pa ng hagdan. So, you know what I mean? I chose to pick $25,000. You know, you can do that, right? So this is by far a miracle. And so far, we are the highest network marketing, you know, compensation plan. Out of 100%, we pay about more or less 40-48%. Okay, so check it out with other network marketing if you can get that compensation percentage. Okay, so Beth,
Philippines, no? Actually, Mersha discussed this yesterday. So sa Philippines po, we have the most populated area and the most advanced, and as far as yung ating technology and the offices, it's concentrated mostly on Makati and that area. So congested po tayo. Two kinds po talaga. It's either you're rich or you're poor in the Philippines, you know. We have the chance to really help a lot of people.
Definitely. Napaka-traffic po sa Philippines. So if you plan to go there, yung mga nagbi-build po ng Philippine market, you just be prepared kasi it's really traffic, you know. The 10-minute drive might be 45 minutes to an hour drive, you know, depending on the traffic. Tapos if you can see the difference, ang dami pong mga sasakyan. There's a lot of cars on the road, pero there's a lot of people, mo, nasa lansangan on the road because they're also commuting. So there's a lot of people who doesn't have cars, who don't drive cars. So they're catching the buses, they're catching the jeepneys. You gotta experience how to ride the jeepneys. Na-experience ko po yan, lahat ng yan, kasi, you know, mahirap lang po ako dati. So, but anyway, that is the Philippines. It's a beautiful country, by the way. Anyway, ito naman po mga local companies, no? Mga local MLM companies, as Mercia said yesterday. Grabe po ang mga local companies. Para lang maka-attract ng mga tao, nagagamit po ng mga artista. Kaya medyo phony po ito. At saka yung parang pinag-uusapan lang nila, Lamborghinis and bikinis. We are trying to eliminate that. Gone are the days of materialism po. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, if you're considering an MLM companies, medyo let's stay away from the local MLM companies, especially lack of funds din po itong mga to. At saka, puro, like, ibang culture nila. Unlike, look at this. Ang culture po ng ng international cultures, yung tayo po. Let's just talk about health. Let's talk about bringing in families home para magkasama-sama po tayo. Let's bring the overseas contract workers in the Philippines para makasama nila yung mga pamilya nila. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about, serving others. Let's talk about freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, and health freedom. So simpleng-simple lang po ang ating international MLM companies doon. At saka the reason being is that we are compliant. We're trying to comply with the company, with the rules and regulations, right? Especially pag publicly traded po tayo, katulad ng mga Herbalife, Usana, na they paved the road for us po. So LifeVantage, we are going to keep our integrity intact. Okay? We're not going to over-promise. Mag-under-promise po tayo, but we are definitely going to over-deliver. So let's represent our company well. At saka maganda po yung talagang you are evaluating what company do you really want to represent. Yung company na magsha-shutdown after 3 years, 5 years, o yung company na maglalast hanggang 50, 60 years and forever if possible, right? So, solid po tayo kasi publicly traded company po tayo, nasa Nasdaq po tayo. We're trading on Nasdaq. So, unang pasakali pa lang natin, wala na. Hindi na tayo sasabihin pa ba lang scam? Wala pong scam sa Nasdaq. Okay? Okay, so Beth?
So our business meetings, our tips. Yung actually ang Filipino nga, meron kami tinatawag na Filipino time. Don't be surprised kung magsiset tayo ng time tapos most of the Filipinos are late. So we have that, and besides traffic po talaga sa Philippines. So tips lang, advise leaders, meeting organizers to set us good examples. So if we say 9 o'clock, we have to be there. Actually, yung daughter ko, sabi niya, if you're there on time, you're still late. You have to be early, no? So send follow-up reminders of time and venue. Tapos assign tasks to teammates so they will be obliged to be early. That's great.
This
yes.
is, yeah, thank you, Beth. Oo nga, totoo yun. Talagang Filipino time. We call it Filipino time. Kasi yung 9 o'clock po, 10 o'clock po yan. O baka gawin pang 11 o'clock. But this is where our leadership is coming from, no? As Filipinos, let's begin to teach Filipinos the right way. No? Let's try and change that for the better. Slowly but surely, kasi, we need to adapt. So as Filipinos in the Philippines, let's try to give allowance for the traffic, let's be responsible. Pag sinabing 9, aalis ka ba ng 9:30 ng 8:30? No, you have to give allowance for the traffic. So there's no excuses, you guys. If we really want to change, we can do change because it will start from us, it want to create a massive change. So let it be you, okay? Para umasenso po tayong lahat.
That's true. And Kai, that's not only in no, even in Zoom. Sometimes the Filipinos are late.
Oo,
Well,
oo.
sometimes
And
they have a hard time
Totoo
signing
yan.
up, signing into.
Mm-mm.
Pero parang hopefully that's not that's a habit that we can break, right?
Yeah, maybe. Hindi, kasi pagka we start on time at saka talagang punctual tayo, I think they will learn from our leadership. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
But so far we've been good with our Filipino team.
I
They've
know.
been
I
very
know.
punctual.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just really a matter of adaptation, di ba? So,
Yes.
yeah. And we have to lead. Eto naman, yung mga business meetings, kahit po, you know, in the United States, we are actually discouraged to feed our, may mga home meetings kami, may mga wala po, mga lang po yan, coffee, we provide Axio and then crackers, mga cheese, mga just pika-pika fruit tray. Wala po, di ba? Because I don't know, that's how the culture here in the United States. But in the Philippines, you will not have a successful meeting without the snacks. And the snacks are real food. Hindi lang yan crackers, no? Snacks are real food. So ready, because if you really want to develop or build a team of people there, kasi po sa traffic nga, because of the traffic, they're hungry. You know, you just have to. And besides, you know what? The coolest thing about this, tayo naman na mag-a-adjust sa kanila. In this case, I would say let's adjust to the Filipino culture, because after all, the food is really reasonable pricing naman ng food. At saka we will enjoy that. The only thing that you're gonna watch out is do not serve the food during the meeting. Serve the food before the meeting and then chop, meeting has started, cover the food, and then let's eat later. Okay? So discipline lang po talaga. Okay?
Yes, Kai. So
Next, Beth.
connectivity, poor connection sometimes in the Philippines, or most of the time, no? It's very hard to get a good internet connection. So tips, create readily shareable YouTube link that your prospects can watch when they have a good connection. Tapos you encourage teammates to gather in and watch live meetings in an area with strong Wi-Fi. So pag nagbubuk po tayo ng venue, we have to make sure that we get a venue that has a strong Wi-Fi.
Absolutely. Pero you know what? If not, then definitely your phone. You can use your phone. Kasi the computer, definitely magkakaroon kayo ng challenge. But if that Wi-Fi, you're going to have a Wi-Fi challenge, then get ready with your phones. I think you can have access through your phones. It's much stronger. Gilby, magkapit-bahay pala tayo ng office natin dyan, ha? So I look forward to seeing you there. Social media in the Philippines. Oh my goodness. Everybody is updated in social media, especially when cell phones came out. Sino ang number one or mga first few people, first few countries na ginawang guinea pig sa cell phone? Tayo, we were the first ones who learned how to use cell phones. When US still don't know anything about cell phones, we are already using cell phones. Okay, so social media, we are very, very proactive in social media, especially Facebook. Sabi nga ni Mercia here, out of 76 million, 71% of the population uses. Yeah. So I think nakalagay dito is 96% sa Facebook, YouTube is 95%, FB Messenger 89%, and Instagram 64%, and Twitter 50%. So Facebook is actually the easiest way to connect with Filipinos. So we are in good shape. All right, and it's free. Next.
Our showroom update, according to Mercia, we are already, by the end of the month, right, Kai? Our office will be finished. So that's the latest update.
Exciting, exciting. Oh, may endorse na yata sa atin. So, key milestone and timeline. We are just in the process of completing the FDA requirements. Guys, it's happening. It's just around the corner. Madali lang talaga lumipas ang panahon. And for all you know, andun na kami sa Pilipinas and we are getting you on board. It's so exciting. And we can start building your fortune. Kumbaga, yes, continue to pay your bills and go to work, pay your bills. But plan B, start building your fortune. You know, now that you have found a better way to win in the future, let's also take this seriously, part-time. Because I did this part-time seriously. When I saw the money coming in, competing with my salary, I said, boss, I gotta go. I gotta do this because I think I have more shots to retiring and doing this than being in the cubicle scheme. Okay, so product registration, that's good. It's in the works. Various system integration, September. This is a very, very exciting month. Kasi baka tayo po ay magkaroon na ng mga lineup of people. Okay, pre-launch enrollment. So it's gonna come. It's gonna come in October through December. Magkakaroon na po ng launch business in the Philippines. Yan ang goal po natin, pero God willing po, kaya po tayo na meron Mercia Riego sa Philippines because siya po mag-a-update sa atin. So that's why there's no specific date and time. Months, pinag-uusapan lang yung mga buwan-buwan na we're having some updates, pero yung specific date po, hindi po tayo makakommit kasi we don't want to under-promise, right? Over-promise pala. So, ito po yung Dropbox na .com na lahat ng FAQs. Email, Mercia Riego, mriego@lifevantage.com. So, you can reach out to her and connect with her if you have questions. Populations, 110 million. Guys, how many lives can we change? So, start setting your goal. Connect with the person right now that you're working with. And seriously, you can make this really work, okay? This is a miracle. Let's participate in this miracle process. This is such a gift. I will turn this over to Mercia if she is there. Just say hello, hi, Mercia, to our beautiful people in the Philippines, mostly, and all the distributors who are actually, seriously building our Philippine community. You're gonna be busy. We're gonna be making you busy, Mercia. Take it away.
Thank you, Kai, and thank you, team. It's really, really a good event this morning. And sorry, it's raining hard here, so I have to make sure I get connected all the time. So I'm just turning off my video as of this time. But listening to you guys, you are really, really great. So I'd like to invite you in the future presentations to do it for the general Philippine public. But yes, for everyone that is listening right now, there is a lot of things going on the behind the scenes. So everything in every department in our headquarters in Utah is actually working on integrating everything so that everything will be ready when we are about to announce our launching. So we want to make sure that integration of system is ready. We want to make sure that all the payment processes are ready. So just for the Philippines, we want to make it as convenient as we can from the very beginning, from enrollment to payment process. So we're going to be having GCash, bank transfers, your debit cards, your credit cards. So everything on that. So it's all set up. So, and we just want to make sure it's going to be working great. And we understand there will be some birth pains in the very beginning, but that's where you and us are going to be working in together, because we are going to make sure that whatever we encounter, or we encounter some bumps in the future, we want to make sure that it's being handled right away, so that we could give everyone a good experience. On my end, what I could guarantee you is we will do our best first to provide a really good customer experience. We want to create a really good family atmosphere in LifeVantage. And everyone that is joining us today, who decides to join Kai and the whole team today, we are going to set a very foundation. We will be the very foundation of LifeVantage Philippines. So we want to make sure that we set us good examples, and at the same time, when we create good stories for ourselves, that inspires other people to create good stories for themselves too. So when HQ said that the Philippines is going to be the biggest, if not the biggest, should be on the top 3 biggest markets in the whole of LifeVantage. So I was calculating on my mind, how many people are we going to be bringing in? How many people are going to be working in? But when we started doing presentations, I met Kai, I met the other leaders. I'm meeting all of you right now. The clouds in my mind are starting to get clearer. It's being, the vision is getting clearer to me, and it's driving me to make this a reality. And with that, we will need help. We will need to help one another, because as we achieve that goal, we know that we are going to be changing a lot of people's lives. And mas nakaka-happy talaga pag nakikita natin na nagiging successful yung mga kapwa nating Pilipino. So given na ang goal natin is to become one of the biggest markets in the industry, gusto ko na may makita na Pilipino na tayo naman ang nagli-lead sa network marketing industry. I'm so happy to see Kai doing trainings for HQ. And ang goal naman natin ngayon is magkaroon pa tayo ng mga Pilipino na magiging kagaya ni Kai that is bringing the Philippine flag in the international stage. So marami tayong dream, personal dream and at the same time corporate dreams, pero gusto ko sama-sama tayong lahat dyan. It sounds like dreamy, no? Pero dun kasi nag-uumpisa yung drive natin to achieve that. So sama-sama tayo, marami tayong magagawa, marami tayong ma-achieve at marami tayong buhay na mai-improve just because of LifeVantage. Thank you, Kai and team.
Yes, thank you, Mercia. Oh my goodness. Isn't she wonderful? Yan pa lang, the support from Mercia. She is here with us, you guys. Second meeting pa lang natin to. She's here with us already, and look at the way she tells us all the updates and all the commitments that she has. I believe that she's speaking from the heart. And like she said, we need to look at the same directions. Corporate and field distributors must be working together hand in hand, supporting one another, okay? And then we will just follow their lead, and whatever we need, we're gonna get to Mercia and the corporate, and they will also make sure that they will provide us with the great experience, whether you're a customer, whether you're a distributor. And guys, kung merong ganyang corporate support, do you think we can offer predictable success for all of you guys? Filipinos, please do not miss this opportunity. Ano pang exit strategy that we have there? You know, there is no other, for me, my own opinion, there is no any other exit strategy or a better way to win in the future right now with this economy that's going on right now. To us, I mean, this is such a realistic. All we need to do is get to work and open our mouth. And how do we open our mouth? We need to really learn the products. We really need to learn the business concept, and we really need to increase that belief by taking the products and following the events, plugging in with the events, and listening to our corporate leaders and listening to our elite leaders and all our Pro 5s and above as well. They are knowledgeable as well. So for those people who are Pro 1s and trying to catch up with Pro 5 status, learn as fast as you can, okay? Learn as fast as you can and make the commitment and be consistent in what you do, okay? Never give up, never even look back. Philippines is our own country, you guys. So we are going to win this together, okay? Together. And for all those, sabihin nyo, even if you're not in my team, you are welcome here, and I will be there. In fact, we plan to live there, to stay there a little longer, and our meetings will be open for you guys with the help of Mercia, with the support of Mercia. Guys, we can make it. We can do this, okay? And if you have some questions with Mercia, I will entertain 1, 2, 3 questions for Mercia. Okay, unmute yourself if you want to ask her some questions before she leaves. Mercia, I hope that's okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, guys, don't be afraid. She's not going to bite you.
I have a question. This is Grace from West Virginia. Thank you, Kai, for leading us.
You are welcome, Grace.
Yes. How can we do we have like a specific product presentation, like a video in Tagalog?
Hi, Grace. Nice to meet you. I know that that's actually a good question. We have been discussing that the past few weeks, because when we start pre-launching or with our enrollments, I just want to make sure that we have a Facebook group that has all the information that we need. Like, kailangan kasi para hindi maputol yung momentum natin is, pagka may na-enroll tayo, just add them on Facebook, and all the small details that are needed from enrollment, how to fill out the form, how to enroll people, what are modes of payments are there. So the checklist of what needs to be there is ongoing. So we are going to create that. For product presentations, we will have live sessions too. We are going to be inviting people who are credible enough to discuss our products. We are going to be recording that and be uploading that on our Facebook group. And looking at the presentation earlier, there is already an overview of the product presentation. So we are going to accumulate that as we go, but as early as now, there's already plans on where to get those materials and presentations, and that should be readily available in our Facebook group once we set it up.
Thank you, Marcia. Grace, I hope that answers your question. The reason why also wala pa kaming slides na mga Tagalog slides or whatever presentation, the reason why is because we have to wait for the formal pricing and the final sort of like product pricing and the products that are going to be promoted in the Philippines. So at saka ano natin yan, we will convert all those commissions into Philippine pesos. So that is coming soon, and like Marcia said, it will be provided as well, the slides, how to establish a form or fill up the form and all that. So the Philippine form application, by the way. So as we progress, as we meet every 2 weeks, we will provide those information slowly but surely. Another question?
Yes, could I ask a question that
Sure.
I always get? Marcia, is there going to be the products, are they going to be coming from the US or somewhere else? Or are we going to have a warehouse in the Philippines?
That's a really great question. Once everything is settled with FDA, products are going to be imported here, and we will have our own warehousing. So there's going to be a really good process when you put your order online. It's going to be automatically shipped to the address. Or we have options, shipping or will call. So if you want your products to be shipped, that's automatically going to be shipped to you. If you want to purchase in the office or purchase online but pick it up in the office, there's an option online. So yeah, it's going to be a very easy process for everyone.
Wonderful. Magkakaroon tayo ng stocks po sa opisina. So, at saka meron yata tayong warehouse sa Singapore, Mercia. I think doon natin kukunin sometimes yung mga products natin. So, that is actually really, really good. But that's a great question, Beth. And then meron din nagtatanong sa akin, Jinky, do you have any question? You're raising your hand. Go ahead, Jinky.
Yeah, I have a question, actually 2 questions. One is that, here in the Philippines, people have a negative thought about network marketing, okay, because, well, we can't blame them because of so many experiences that they had, okay? So what strategy or strategies you are doing right now that we could convince people again to trust about network marketing? Okay, so that's the first question. And the second one is that you mentioned about shipping and everything, and people right now here in the Philippines, they are very much engaged in Shopee and Lazada. Will you allow distributor to be part of the Lazada or the Shopee? So, and are you going to control it? So that is something that I would like to ask. Thank you.
I love this question. So first question is, how do we manage the negative connotations of MLMs in the Philippines? Actually, that is a very challenging situation for all MLM companies right now. But what I could say is, with LifeVantage, I always say that if we start the culture right, and if we are consistent in showing and doing our business with integrity, then eventually people, and when our distributors are proud that they're part of LifeVantage because of the things, the culture, the way we do business, it's going to be a process, not going to be an instant, but it will start with all our distributors. So what we could ask maybe from our distributors is, do not do the things that you don't want other MLM companies are doing. So if we are consistent with that over the months, slowly we are starting to be proud that we are network marketing. We are proud that we are part of the industry. And at the same time, we are proud to say that we are from LifeVantage. So it's going to be a collective effort and collective behavior coming from all of us. It's not going to be fading right away, but we will do a lot of sessions about how to do the right mindset of networking. And at the same time, we want to create that culture that in LifeVantage, we are proud of what we are doing. And in LifeVantage, we do things with integrity. In LifeVantage, it's a networking industry. It's networking, but we love to be part of it. So let's work together on how to create that kind of culture, and at the same time teaching one another to do the business the right way, so that we don't have any reason to be ashamed that we are in network marketing. So let's set a difference that in LifeVantage, we are proud, we are part of it. So it's a work in progress. Let's work together to achieve that. And how do we make sure that we don't create negative implications when we are doing business presentations? Stick with our products. There's no Pro Tandem, as Kai and Beth and Anne has mentioned earlier, we really have a good product. So there's nothing to be hesitant about that. In network marketing, it's true. What we say on the compensation plan, we deliver it. And with LifeVantage, it's always our goal to make sure that commissions are released on time. So there's no reason to doubt. So yeah, let's start with that. And eventually, the confidence will just shoot up. So I hope it answers your question. It's really a work in progress, but it's going to be something that we will work together in LifeVantage, both the corporate side and the distributor side. So second question is, will you allow us to, will the corporate allow you to sell products in Lazada and Shopee and other online platforms outside of LifeVantage? The answer is no, because we have a platform. Each of you have your own website to order the products, and we will be sending the products right away. So there could be different marketing strategies, like you could plug in on your Facebook company regulated posts or compliant posts. We have to be very mindful of what we post, what we claim, because everything that we do here in the Philippines, if we do something that is not right, it affects our US corporate, and LifeVantage is really very particular of the manner of how we do the marketing. So we just want to make sure that we are compliant with what the US is doing, and at the same time applicable here in the Philippines. So let's stick with what we have right now. We have your own, you will be having your own website. You could do a little bit of promotion on Facebook, but not sell it on Marketplace, Lazada and Shopee.
Very, very good information, Mercia. Guys, because yeah, you just have to each, like I said, it only begins with one person. So let's just do our job and be compliant so that we can make this LifeVantage Philippines just such a better place for everybody to make this network marketing platform a success. And also, if you find somebody, if you find somebody that's in Shopee at Lazada.com, send it to Mercia, mriego.lifevantage.com, report it to her. She'll take care of those people, you guys. Para hindi na tayo, we don't have to worry about those, because we need to worry about building our business. So Mercia, just report it to Mercia. They will handle that. That's why they are here to support us. And you know, don't worry about that. And they will take care of those people. Yeah. And last question, Elsa, Doc?
Yes, I have a question. Some of us here, or I'm not sure if many of us are, maybe were members, previous members of LifeVantage here in the Philippines when it was here. And of course, we know what happened then. And now you're coming back and, you know, correcting the mistakes that we had in the past because, you know, because of what happened, you know, you just announced that they're going to fold up and that's it. Sorry. And now you're going back and probably recruiting the same people who were members then. And my question is, do you have a record, if at all, of these members so that at least they can have a kind of comeback signing in, separate from those that are really signing in for the first time? Because, you know, signing signing in amount, as you presented, is really not a small amount. It's really a big amount. And I don't know how much that was before. I can't remember anymore how much was the signing.
600 plus,
fee
I think.
at that
Gold
time.
pack. We didn't have platinum pack before. The highest pack is gold pack and silver pack. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Mercia?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I'm glad you raised that up. I have had quite a talk about that with Kai and some of the former distributors, and I'm glad that it is raised on this meeting. So for me personally, it's very important that I talk to the persons that were part of LifeVantage before. I want to understand what exactly happened, because people who were part of that opening before, or that stage, is no longer part of